This course, which is called Research Methods and Design. In this course I am going to teach you a lot of things. First of all, let me congratulate you to reach this level, the 7th level of your English major course, and I hope you will progress very successfully to complete your degree, inshallah, next term or the term after, depending on your how many hours you have finished. In this course you are going to be introduced to a lot of things. Most importantly to me, I want you by the end of this course to be able to design a very good research, because next semester you are going to produce a piece of research. This course deals with the steps that lead you from square zero until the assembly or the production of a good research proposal, and then implementing this research proposal as a piece of research. I'm not going to talk much theoretically about this course. Let's take it step by step so we understand what do we mean by research, research methods and design, and then we start knowing the different types of research, and then how do we conduct these different types of research depending on the purpose that we want. So let's be introduced in this introductory lecture to the basic objectives of this course, and then next class we are going to dive in theories and a lot of discussions about research and methods. So let's jump to the course content. It says here, research methodology and design is a basic course which prepares students for designing and carrying small-scale research projects in the areas of language studies and linguistics. It deals with methodological problems in humanities ranging from empiricism to ethnomethodology and hermeneutics. In addition, it covers experimental design, sampling and data collection in various types of corpora. The course also covers research techniques and styles such as the APA style. Sorry, this is not APS, it is APA style, and then in the next courses later on we will talk about the APA style. So in this course we want to know how to do a small scale research. So we understand that there are different scaled research ranging from large scale and small scale research. So if you are a teacher, for example, or just a researcher, and then you go to a society, you go to a school, and then you gather some data, this is a small scale research. But if you go, for example, to conduct a research about different countries involving millions of people, that's a large scale research which needs funds, budgets, etc. And to limit the research, and this is very important, we are going to talk about it later, that when we want to select a topic for research, we want to narrow it down. We don't want to be very big, very vague. We want it to be narrowed to very specific topic. And here in our course we are going to limit they talk to research about language and linguistics, applied linguistics, and etc. And then we want to know the methods that we can use to apply these types of research. So we will talk about these different methodological approaches and their problems. Also, we want to know how to select samples. This is called sampling and data collection, and how to analyze them so we can get results from the data analysis. And then we want to know the ABA style. The ABA style is a style used to write a piece of research. There are certain steps or certain criteria that should be applied to your research in order to comfort, to be compatible with the APA style. All of these will be talked about in our course. Why is this course? Why do we study this course? This course has been suggested because it provides students with a theoretical background needed for research in humanities. It develops the skill and knowledge needed for research in humanities. It is needed for carrying out a small-scale research project. Yes, we are expecting from you to be scholars or researchers, so this course definitely is needed for you. So you know the theoretical background. We need to know all of these theories about research so we can apply the proper way or the proper method or approach for our research. It develops the skill and knowledge needed for research in humanities. Yes, we want to be very skillful in research. I believe that there are researchers that are very skillful and others that need less skillful, let's say. And this course hopefully will develop your skill in research. It is needed for carrying out a small-scale research. If you want to do a small scale of research, you need this course. The course objectives, what we are going to learn at the end of this course. By the end of the course, students should be able to demonstrate knowledge of the theoretical dimensions of research in language studies, identify and solve problems in a given area of language studies, design a small-scale investigation of a given topic, apply standard procedures and styles in writing up research reports and investigations. Yes, this is very important. If you learn these objectives, I believe that you will be a very good researcher. After you digest or absorb all the information from this course, you will be able to theoretically speak about research among other people. If you go, for example, to conferences or when talking to colleagues or different people, when they bring the topic of research, you would be able to say, well, yes, research in quantitative studies are blah, 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 blah. No, for that type of research, you need to use questionnaires, surveys, interviews, blah, blah, blah. You will have all of these theoretical information and your horizon will be broadened, and you would know all the dimensions of research after finishing this course. Identify and solve problems in a given area of language. Yes, we want to train you to be a researcher. Why? Because we want to solve a lot of problems. We have different problems in language studies and we want to tackle them. How do we tackle them? We do research to find solutions. Design a small-scale investigation of a given topic. Yes, we want to be trained in how to do a small-scale research, so then we can join other researchers in large-scale studies. Apply standard procedures and styles in writing up research reports and investigations. When you report a research, you need some kind of standard, consistent ways of writing up the information. These are called styles of write-ups, and we mentioned one of them, which is the APA style. You know, the course assessment, 10 for homework, 10 for attending the lectures, forum discussions 10, and the final exam 70%, 70 multiple choice items in the final exam. The main textbook, the main teaching materials that we are going to use is the content, the slides. We have a book which is called Doing Second Language Research, this is the look of it, but this book I don't think is available online. It's available online, sorry, but it's not available in bookstores. So I am going to not to rely heavily on the book, but we are going heavily to rely on the slides. So if you study from the slides, that would be very enough, but not enough to get you an A+ in this course. Now you are in the 4th year as an English major student. I want you to start to take notes, like in normal classrooms. In normal classrooms, we usually give this course and students take notes. And in this course, it's very easy. You have it recorded, and then you can replay it, and then you can take the notes that you want. The main topics will be in the slides, and then I will give you links to other home pages to read more. But if you take notes with me, I think, and study from the slides, that would be very, very enough. We're not going to rely on the book. Maybe we are going to cover some pages, but the load will be on the slides and the lectures. I'm going to speak very slowly so you can take notes with me. You are now on the 7th level, 4th year. You should be able to take notes with me. Why? Because I am not expecting students to graduate from King Faisal University English Language Department without knowing how to take notes. So don't be scared. All the important information will be repeated once, twice, and for third times, so you will be able to take all of these notes. And I will try to introduce a new technique to make you calm down by giving you some exercises or some questions after some lectures, so you know the type of questions, and then you would see for yourself that you would be able to answer these questions easily. I'm not expecting you to take notes for something hidden between the lines. No, everything will be clear, repeated for you, and then you would be able to study from the slides and from the lectures. That's it for the introductory and orientation lecture. See you inshallah in the first lecture. Thank you very much. الثانيين